In a stunning display of global influence and fan power, BTS's Jin has officially made history once again, this time by dominating the Billboard Top Tour's monthly chart in August 2025 with just 4 solo performances across Europe. Jin ranked 24th on the prestigious list, securing a spot as the highest-grossing Korean solo artist on a European tour to date. The achievement is even more impressive given the limited number of shows. Jin performed 2 nights in London, England, August 5th to 6th, and 2 nights in Amsterdam, the Netherlands, August 9th to 10th, drawing an estimated 50,700 fans in total and generating a staggering $11.5 million in profit. With this, he not only re-entered the chart after previously appearing the month before, but also set a new milestone for K-pop soloists breaking into major Western markets. What makes Jin's feat particularly extraordinary is the scale and impact of his limited shows. While most artists climb the Billboard touring charts through extensive multi-city tours, Jin proved that a few highly strategic, sold-out shows backed by overwhelming fan support can rival even the biggest names in the global music industry. Fans and industry insiders alike are calling Jin's European tour performances a blueprint for how K-pop soloists can successfully penetrate the Western touring market with finesse and focused execution. His ability to generate such high revenue with only 4 concerts is being hailed as a strategic masterclass in global touring. As Jin continues to push boundaries as both a fashion icon and a musical powerhouse, this Billboard achievement reinforces his status as a trailblazer among Korean soloists. And with whispers of more dates or a possible global expansion of his Run Seokjin tour, fans are bracing for what could be an even bigger wave of records in the near future. Jin's recent Billboard milestone has not just elevated his solo career, it has reshaped the conversation about what a K-pop idol can achieve on their own terms. While other global artists often rely on massive production tours, brand partnerships, and high-frequency performances, Jin's strategy of quality over quantity proved that deep fan loyalty and calculated appearances can yield monumental returns. Industry executives from both Korea and the US have reportedly expressed awe at the numbers, with one US concert promoter telling Variety, "We have rarely seen such profitability with only 4 shows." Jin has done what most Western solo acts fail to do even with 20-city tours. The emotional connection between Jin and his fans, known as ARMY, has also played a key role. In London and Amsterdam, tickets sold out within minutes, with resale prices reaching astronomical levels. Social media exploded with clips of fans waving light sticks and singing every lyric in perfect Korean, proof that language barriers no longer apply when it comes to Jin's artistry. What happened in those 4 nights went far beyond music. European media described Jin's performances as cultural revelations, with The Guardian publishing a review titled Jin's London Night, a K-pop opera in emotion, elegance, and sonic brilliance. Dutch outlet De Volkskrant praised the Amsterdam shows for their balance of timeless vocal delivery and modern spectacle. Fans across Europe shared personal stories of traveling across borders just to see Jin live, some from as far as Sweden, Italy, and even South Africa. Many confessed that it was their first ever concert, choosing Jin over decades-old Western legends touring in the same month. Such widespread devotion and global pull solidified his role not just as a K-pop idol but as a universal performer and influencer of the next generation of global music culture. What makes this achievement even more jaw-dropping is that it coincides with Jin's meteoric rise in the fashion industry. Just weeks before the European tour, he dominated Milan Fashion Week as Gucci's global brand ambassador, generating over $9.75 million in earned media value with just 2 Instagram posts. While others need full marketing campaigns, Jin's presence alone becomes the campaign. Billboard charts, European stadiums, fashion houses. He now operates on a multi-industry level that very few entertainers can manage, let alone master. Jin was not just the highest-grossing Korean soloist. He was the only one to appear on the Billboard Top 20 global concert tours for August. And to think he reached number 24 with only 4 shows begs the question, what happens if he launches a full-scale world tour? Polestar analysts have already begun modeling hypothetical tour expansions. If the profit-per-show ratio remains consistent, a 10-city global tour could place Jin in the Billboard Top 5, right alongside juggernauts like Taylor Swift and Coldplay. For a Korean solo artist who just returned from military service months ago, that's not just impressive, it's revolutionary. Jin's Billboard dominance is a signal flare to the entertainment world. The age of underestimating K-pop soloists is over. And more than that, it's a warning to the industry that Jin is no longer just 1/7 of BTS. He He is a force, a movement, and potentially one of the greatest global solo acts this decade will see. And the best part? This is just the beginning. While the rest of the industry speculated whether a solo K-pop artist could achieve global chart dominance, Jin didn't just break the mold. He replaced it. Billboard's data is often considered the gold standard in the music industry, and for Jin to secure a spot in the top 25 global concert tours with only 4 shows in Europe is not just rare, it's practically unprecedented. The message is clear. Jin doesn't need to be loud to be legendary. Notably, this success came post-military service, a period that many thought would halt his career momentum. Instead, Jin returned with the full force of a global movement behind him, proving that time away from the spotlight only intensified public interest in his artistry. The $11.5 million gross revenue from the short tour run wasn't just a financial feat, it was symbolic. It marked a new high point in the solo careers of all BTS members and set a benchmark for future K-pop solo ventures into international markets. The Run Seokjin EP tour is quickly becoming a case study in fan loyalty, strategic branding, and emotional resonance. From the tour posters to the stage lighting, everything was executed with meticulous attention to detail, aesthetic perfection matched with emotional storytelling. Each show wasn't just a concert, it was a storybook. Fans described the setlist transitions as cinematic, with live instrumentation that blended traditional Korean sounds with modern pop and orchestral arrangements. Jin's solo songs like The Astronaut and Moon were reportedly met with tears and standing ovations across venues. The fan-made banners, viral fan cams, and trending hashtags like #RUOKJINEPTOUR and #JinOnTop became organic PR machines, reaching millions across platforms. TikTok, X, formerly Twitter, Instagram Reels, and even YouTube Shorts exploded with viral snippets from his Amsterdam and London shows. And it wasn't just fans who were watching. Media giants across the US and Europe began reporting on the Jin effect, as journalists and critics alike tried to pinpoint what made these shows such cultural milestones. As if dominating the music industry wasn't enough, Jin's fashion influence is now intertwined with his concert persona. His outfits during the Run Seokjin tour subtly incorporated Gucci's new La Famiglia collection, blurring the lines between stagewear and couture. Gucci's CEO even mentioned in an off-the-record conversation with a European media outlet that Jin has become one of the few global figures who can represent a fashion house on stage without it feeling like an ad. It feels like art. This symbiotic relationship between high fashion and live performance is revolutionizing how brands approach celebrity ambassadors. Jin is not just wearing Gucci. He is redefining Gucci's presence in live music culture. The astonishing feat of ranking 24th on Billboard with 4 shows is now sparking conversations about Jin's long-term cultural impact. He is no longer seen just as a K-pop idol, but as a global performer, fashion powerhouse, philanthropist, and strategic business mind. With whispers of a full-scale North American and Asian leg of the tour coming in early 2026, industry insiders are already predicting another Billboard milestone. Concert analysts suggest that if Jin even adds 6 more cities to his tour, he could be well on his way to joining the top 10 grossing solo tours globally, a list usually dominated by legacy acts like Elton John, Beyoncé, and Ed Sheeran.